Vegas didn't fall off by accident. It fell off because corporations got greedy, they overplayed their hand and squeezed the exact people that made the city magical. And when the machine started collapsing, the first people to bleed were the workers and freelancers. Well, we're going to talk about the freelancers today, okay? Because it was the workers and freelancers, not the casino owners, not the executives. It was the dancers, the promoters, photographers, the DJs, bartenders, bottle servers, graphic designers, nightlife hosts, so on and so forth. There's a whole bunch that I could go on about. And all of these people make up the real heartbeat of the city. And if Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, is it the world? Or is that Dubai? I'm just going to call it the entertainment capital. I know it's for sure this country, though. Anyway, if Vegas could fall off, it can happen anywhere. So this episode is about how to move when the city you rely on stops feeding you, and how to stop letting corporations treat your livelihood like a disposable slot machine token. Now, why did Vegas fall off? Real events, real people, here it goes. Vegas sold the world a dream, pretty much. Come here, have fun, spend money, let loose. This city never sleeps. True, but behind the neon lights was a storm. 2020 shutdown cut off like 42 million annual tourists like a light switch. The whole city went from always booming to a damn near ghost town overnight. But when they reopened, corporations realized something. Wait, we can make more profit by cutting staff and raising fees? And they did exactly that. That's when they started with these extra parking fees, resort fees, food prices going through the roof for no reason. Of course, the tips went down because they put people in that position, and wages stayed flat. Now, the F1 Las Vegas Grand Prix fallout, man, look, that was pretty much because they had overpriced everything. The locals were furious. Workers stuck in traffic for hours. It was a hot mess. Tourists complaining about how block views were ruining their time. Hotels charging Super Bowl prices for a weekend that didn't even deliver. Then there was some cyber attack, which I guess those things happen. And then there was also worker strikes across Vegas, with like chefs, housekeepers, hospitality, staff. And they're fighting for, basic raises, while casinos posted record quarterly profits. Like, how? Listen, man, I'm all for businesses, but I'm more so for the freelancers. The big corporations, they're the reasons why people like me exist. Anyway, Vegas didn't fall off because people stopped loving Vegas. Vegas fell off because corporations tried to turn every inch of a city that was thriving into a vending machine. But see, they forgot something. People don't come to Vegas to get milked. They came to escape being milked and squeezed and all that, they had to deal with before. So, how exactly did freelancers become the collateral damage of this whole Vegas situation? And this right here is the part that nobody talks about. When Vegas cracks, freelancers don't just get wet, they drown first. Exotic dancers stop getting booked because obviously the foot traffic slows down. Promoters not filling tables because tourists don't want to pay inflated prices. DJs cut from lineups as venues tighten budgets. Bottle servers, they're getting sent home with half the tips that they used to get when it was thriving. Event photographers, forget about it. Makeup, look, I could go on forever. And through all of this, casinos didn't say, you know what, let's take a loss. They say, yeah, cut these people first. Cut the workers first. Cut the freelancers. Because corporations, they're always going to protect the roof by ripping out the foundation. Ask yourself if that makes sense. And freelancers are the foundation. And so are the workers. So when a city relies on entertainment money and that money dries up, of course, workers and freelancers are going to become the unintended casualties of this corporate greed. If your entire income, even because no matter how you put it, pretty much if you're out there working and, freelancing, your entire income depends on that city's nightlife, tourism, hospitality. So when that scene even sneezes, you end up in the ER. They catch a cold, you catch a pneumonia. So this is what freelancers need to start doing after learning from this Vegas situation. Easier said than done. I'm not going to say everything is a walk in the park, but just try your best. Number one, build a multi-city mindset. Freelancers in Vegas learned that the hard way. Your financial life cannot be tied to one city's mood swings. LA slows down, reach out to Miami, Austin, New York. Vegas shuts down, offer remote work to brands nationwide if you can. Your zip code does not have to dictate your income potential. Number two, don't tie yourself to one industry. It's cool to niche down, but be open. Vegas freelancers put everything on hospitality, tourism, nightlife, and I don't blame them. But when those industries broke, so did thousands of incomes. So you might have to start branching out. Start doing things remotely, look into social media. Look into whatever it is that you do, just see how you could diversify it. Number three, accept the reality. Here's the truth. Corporations will always choose themselves first. And Vegas showed its hand clearly. They were making record profits, but doing minimal raises. They increased fees and gave you decreased service and squeezed the freelancers right out of a job. And that wasn't by accident. That's just the system. So you need to choose yourself with the same intensity, the same way they're going to choose the corporation over you. You choose yourself too. Never wait on the corporation to do right by you. That day is just not going to come. Number four, treat slow seasons as training camps. It's easy to get up in a funk and be like, damn, is this over? Is this it? You're going to bounce back. And you know you will. You've done it before. But every freelancer should have an off-season grind where you improve your craft, update your portfolio, whatever, if you have one. Build systems and templates if you can. Strengthen your outreach game. Get good at them cold calls if you need to. Get good at talking in person if you need to. And if you need to, learn a new skill, thumbnailing, editing, client management, whatever your skill entails. You could be, you could have a clothing line, maybe figure some data analytics about who your target audience is. Just use that time to get wiser. I'll just say that. Slow seasons are a warning shot, but they're not a grave. So just take heed to that. Number 5. This is the Vegas lesson. What falls fast falls everywhere. The whole point of Vegas isn't Vegas. It's the preview of what happens when corporations try to squeeze the culture out of a cultural city. Okay? Like, what are they doing? New York learned this, LA learned this, but Vegas, they're learning it right now. And every freelancer in America should be paying attention. Don't click on this post just to see the satisfying fall of Vegas. No, you got to learn something. Because if the entertainment capital The city built on freelancers and workers that were, I guess, unorthodox, whatever. If this city could collapse under bad decisions and greed, then every city is vulnerable, which means you pretty much have to stay mobile. You gotta learn things, be open. You gotta be 2 moves ahead. So I'm gonna say this in closing. Corporations will gamble with your income, your schedule, your stability. And when they lose, they'll ask you to pay the bill. Freelancers, we don't gamble, we strategize. We build skills, not excuses. We build networks, not dependencies. We build stability in a world that doesn't offer any. Because guess what? If Vegas can fall off, anywhere can fall off. So keep your head on the swivel out there. And that means the strongest freelancers aren't the ones with the most talent, if you want to be honest. They're the ones who know how to move when the city stops moving. Shout out to all the freelancers and workers out in Vegas. My heart is with you. And soak this all in. I'll see you on the next one.